And we're back. Welcome to me not speaking into the correct voice channel. So there we go. We're back with Rime and the Frostmaiden, Icewind, and what we're gonna do is move along. You all wake up to the slightly brightening sky.
All right.
And yes.
So yeah, I guess we uh, pack up our camp, but leave a little bit, of space,
Okay.
so that way it'll be good for us to come back, because we're planning on kind of revisiting this same campsite on our way to the other place.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta roll for the day. Hold on. Sky is crystal clear.
All right.
We've been getting
Well,
really
gray.
lucky with this trip.
Yeah, gray
Like this
skies,
weather.
but
It's
no blizzard in sight.
it's quartz gray,
Mhm.
so it's not crystal clear.
That's surprisingly that's one of my other echoes.
Is quartz gray?
Yeah.
What did you name this one? I forget.
So this is gray with an E. Just gray with an E. Gree.
As in no Y. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
G-R-E?
No.
That's
no,
going to
no.
be impossible to remember.
Can we call him Albert?
Why?
Yeah, Albert works.
Why?
We
It's
could
just
think of some
different.
other. We could think of some other words for the
It's the
gray
first
color,
name off
like
the top of my head.
like
Sure, charcoal.
like ash or charcoal.
Yes.
I'm sorry, are you telling him what to name himself? Is
we
that
are
is that what's going
suggesting
on?
alternatives that would be less confusing for the group as a whole.
All right. Look,
Verbally
we got.
speaking. If we were writing the names down, it would be a different story. There'd be plenty of distinction. But since we're verbally going to speaking the name, that's where the confusion might arise.
Let's see. We got slate gray, ash gray. We've got
Cinder?
cinder,
I point up.
gray,
Cumulonimbus?
sky gray, cloud gray, sky gray. We've got
Cloudy.
I'm imagining we're
Dusky.
doing this as we're
as we're
moving
walking.
along.
Yes,
Definitely.
this is.
Anorak speaks.
Oh.
I've got it. Stop everything. Earl Grey.
Oh, we can
You
call him
know?
Earl!
You know.
Like the tea.
Yeah.
Oh, Havoc, that's a wonderful idea. Well done.
Yeah.
Now that we
Yeah.
decided Gray and Earl,
He's
we're
the
going
thinker.
to...
So there was a famous nobleman who he really was fond of tea, and but that's what he became known for, and so he came up with his own blend of tea, and we call it Earl Grey tea. And so we can just call your
Fascinating.
doppelganger Earl.
I once knew someone that called chamomile tea chamomile.
As a
and,
joke?
no, they were very serious, and I'm not
You're not
friends
friends
with
with
that.
this.
I'm not
Okay, great.
Hey, look, Vander, we're almost here.
Chamomile.
Yes, speaking of Evander, do you have a game plan that we should follow or suggestions therein?
Game plan and suggestions. Well, I don't think they'll harm you, but just be aware that anything that you do for them likely has ulterior and sometimes multi-layered motives. Take the company and hospitality with a grain of salt. I don't think we're quite in any danger. But
Any touchy subjects, sort of religions or politics or anything like that?
well, about that,
Now that you mention it.
my well, how do I put this? My mother is a demon queen. Yeah. Uh,
Spit take.
so it's like the title of an anime.
Is that an insult
Oh
or
no,
do you
my
mean
mother is a
literally?
demon queen? Question mark.
Oh no, my mother is a demon queen, and also I'm a forgotten prince.
Also, somehow this is like a harem anime, and it's like, why does this title? Okay, whatever. Just
But
saying.
I don't suspect that she would be in. But if she happens to be there, that would be a surprise for all of us. She's not really been capable of forming too greatly on this plane, at least. But in terms of religious worship, I guess that's the easiest place to point. Uh, my family is somewhat dedicated to her. So, there's that. We
And her
don't.
name is.
Azrael. I can spell it for you if there's
Gotcha, gotcha,
if there's
gotcha.
need. There was confusion over gray earlier, but
No,
in
no.
general, yeah, we had to exist this far out because, well, when was the last time you saw a town welcoming of worshipping a demon queen?
Yeah, alright. Well,
There was one place I remember down south. But you're right. It was a very interesting situation.
And at about this time, you see the familiar small rock staircase leading up to your cave, Vander.
Yeah, and as we go, there's like little markers along the sides, almost as like a boundary of where you should not go. Um, I do I see anyone as we're getting closer?
You do not see anyone.
Okay, that's good. And Evander would mention to everyone, like as they pass this threshold, like
Not that.
this is actually the defining line for where it is acceptable for us to move. Um, I say us as in those in my family. We don't necessarily get out as much, and we survive off the nearby landscape. So we're back in our domain somewhat, but that was the line which I needed to cross to arrive wherever we all met.
Question:
Yes.
Did we leave our sled and animals at the foot of the stairs?
Hmm. The
I mean,
dogs.
the dogs can come with us as long as they stay on the path, but I'm not sure we can navigate stairs with axe beaks.
Probably not.
Hmm.
I guess we tried to picket them down below, out of the wind.
Easy enough.
I don't anticipate we'll be there long. I want to spend, understandably, as little time here as possible. But we should be back for the animals, the Axebeak specifically.
So you climb about 30 feet up. That's not that far. Maybe 20 even. It's not that far of a walk up the stairs into this entrance. And you see what you see on the map there. If you don't see anything, it's because you don't have a source of light as you look into the cave. So, can anyone see?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, Gray doesn't have light.
should be able to
Uh,
see, and
I can't see either.
right,
I
Yeah,
would
so
give.
that's correct.
and
Is
Kava
like-
can see, I believe.
Yeah.
You'll,
Oh,
you'll
and
give me
also
my-
at the end of our long rest for the last night, I also made my Eldritch Cannon. I'm just
Okay.
saying that for posterity.
Okay.
Okay. Evander said he'll give me my little sim light.
All right. And how big is that? I forget, Amanda.
I am double checking now.
Light spell?
Yes.
30/30? 20/20?
I can't remember.
20-foot radius, 20/20.
20 dim, 20 bright.
All right. Can everyone see now?
I still don't.
No, I ain't got nothing.
You should have light emitting from you, Gray. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. I did not assign you this token for some reason.
Maybe that did it.
There you go.
Yeah, I cannot see either.
Yeah, I should see if I assign. Oh, I didn't assign that to you either. Sorry, Furwell. Sorry, Gray.
I still
All right.
don't see. Unfortunately. But if you don't want to mess with this, I can just go in theater of the mind.
No, there's actual cave. Let me see if you can. Let me see. Dynamic lighting on. There you go.
Oh, yeah. I'm good. I can
Hi.
see.
Furwell,
I
you
can
still
fight.
can't see.
I cannot.
All right.
I am still blind as well.
Is it a matter of light source, or is it a matter of you just assigning people being able to see Sarah?
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both.
If another light source is necessary, I can kind of, pull open the iris on my lantern so that my psi crystal can emit some light.
I think everyone should be able to by now. Farewell, still no?
I can see now.
Okay.
There's also a
Anji,
thing like when my camera popped up on the screen, I needed to move the map
Okay.
to where we were.
Yeah,
So
Anji.
if you haven't located
Sorry,
us,
you
zoom
guys are
zoom
up here.
zoom out
Yeah.
to.
I'm good now.
Okay, cool. Cool. So the first thing you see is this, like, shallow pool of water that seems to be frozen over.
They say this is full of tears of repent. I'm not sure what to believe, but shouldn't be too dangerous.
It's not. You've crossed this many times, Amanda. It's pretty crunchy, so guys can make it without any.
Should we establish some sort of... Okay, he's... Okay.
I'll go with you.
Oh, I forgot to give Danvers a token. Oh well, that's okay. And do I have a token for Danvers? One second. Do I have any sort of token I can give Danvers? No. Maybe I'll use this. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just use that for now. That's gonna be Danvers. He kind of saunters up from back here. From back in this direction where... Oh, there should have been a fireplace. Sorry. I thought I put one on. It's one of those Roll20 things where you think you do something. And, he says, yeah, hello and welcome to our little family. Especially our prodigal son here.
What do you need, Danvers?
Oh, well, your mother and I had a little chat, and you know how persuasive she can be.
Yes.
But where are my manners? Please come, sit by our fire, enjoy some tea and company.
I will stay here for 1 hour, and no more.
Of course, of course. Whatever
Gray,
you find
can you
appropriate.
assist with measuring that?
Of course. Sure. That?
Well, everyone, this is Danvers. The,
With a slight smarmy bow. Yeah. Please
don't get too
follow.
close.
What does this person look like? Is he a human?
He's a tiefling male, very
Oh.
pale and colored. He just happens to be the head of the family.
It appears we have tea for us. So,
Yes, it's called chamomile. Very, very rare around here.
Anji and Gray just.
Oh.
It's quite calming to the nerves.
I lean down to Anji and I'm like, red flag.
Most crimson. All right. Okay. You know what? I knew
And-
they were terrible. The story the other night was proof enough. Oh my god. Okay.
did Danvers mention, like direct us down a hallway to where?
No, he just kind of turned and was expecting you to follow him.
I will definitely do so. Somewhat reluctantly.
Yes. Farewell, what are you doing? You're still up there?
Yeah, sorry, I haven't been moving.
It's okay.
But I would be following in the rear, just following along.
Okay.
Not too excited about the prospect of tea, as it's really not my thing.
Would you have your echo out, Ray? Because I actually made your token for it.
He would not have it out right now.
Okay.
I don't want them to think that that's like some sort of hostile
Okay.
thing. I can do it as a bonus action, so if a fight breaks out, I will probably.
Okay.
Make
Just
him.
ignore the C's on there. I pulled this map from something, so it's probably points of
It's just
interest, but I just did
It's
not.
just a strange kind of a decorating
Yeah,
motif.
weird motif.
Different
yeah.
ruins and glyphs on the ground, memories of different religions and different ways to practice the support of our unholy matron.
So as you
Ah.
enter in, you see a warm glowing fireplace with about 10 cots around it. And all around you, you see your family, Evander. How wonderful. They're all sitting there just smiling, looking at you.
I don't mean to be rude, and even if I were, I'm sure it's not as big of a slight as leaving. However, I'm here for business. Danvers, what do you need from me?
Well, oh, but what are those things? Simply ghastly. Those things. He gestures towards your, emblems. Your, little pendants, and he says, they may keep you warm, but I must insist on your removing them from your person. Immediately. Who knows what you brought in here with you? Spying eyes, misfortune? This simply must be destroyed.
Perhaps there are spying eyes, perhaps there is misfortune. However, your hands have lent me plenty more. They keep me warm, and you keep me scared. Please,
Well,
I will keep it.
alright. Well, he gestures towards some cultists that start. Family, sorry. That start. They're kind of culty. No, they're kind of culty. They worship.
I mean,
a god.
I think even Evander was like,
Yeah.
we're a
It's
cult.
Yeah, so. I
It's
thought so.
culty.
Yeah.
I said that.
So, as you, some of the members, usher you over to the roaring fire with some tea, and they pour out some tea and some earthenware for you guys. And Danvers says, "Oh, Evander, I suppose I must have a private word with you in your chambers."
Fine. I happen to have a small bit of business with you as well.
Oh, wonderful. And you see him eye down this hallway, which you would know to be your timeout room. This is
Kavik is going to kind of, I don't know. Kavik's thing now is for his telepathy is his initial contact will be kind of like an IM invite
okay.
to, and he's gonna send one out to Evander.
Yeah. Evander will. So how does your I feel like now we have 3, right? So how does your
Yeah.
psychic stuff work?
The 2 people that have normal communication skills.
So
well, actually, you can't.
I don't have normal.
It's just
mine
me.
says that I have telepathy for a range of 120 feet. I imagine that means that I can just reach out and talk to people and receive messages back from them. Is that right?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. Then I would definitely establish that link, and he'll just send over that. I'll let you know if anything goes wrong. I wouldn't recommend making a big fuss with my family, but
Right. Just let us know if you need a hand.
you'll hear me.
Great, promising.
Hate
All
that.
right, good luck.
Nate's like, I got a nat 20. I'm a god.
Get in the back of my pocket. Nothing can go wrong.
So,
Sorry, the square's a little
did
wonky.
Danvers want us to have this conversation in the timeout room?
No, he's
Or-
moving towards your chambers this way.
Okay.
Oh, good. You do like have a bedroom. That's great. We love that.
The bedroom's far worse.
It's
They
like
didn't turn it into like a personal gym while you were gone.
I don't know what's worse, turning it into a personal gym or like we kept it exactly as you left it. I don't know what's worse.
That's much worse. I hope they turned it into a gym.
Evander, you're the only one with personal chambers.
Special boy.
Yes. But this is also where you spent many a night just writhing with hate and pain from the wounds they inflicted upon you. If I'm not mistaken.
No, that is quite correct.
All right. Well, have you considered
Yes.
returning home at all?
Considered it? Perhaps. But don't you see how wonderfully useful I am to you out there? What influence do you have over the outside world? Me, I was born to be the best of us. I was born to have the power, to gain influence in this world. You want me to stop doing that? Is it not in your best interest for me to continue?
My best interest, yes, but you know them. They miss you dearly. You were the only one that could relate to them, out of your mother, me, and, well, you.
I hope you're not treating the rest of our family as poorly as you treated me.
Well.
Although, perhaps you don't see it that way.
I treated you as you deserved.
Perhaps, and I'll give you that I'm quite strong for it. Though, perhaps a bit of normalcy would have sufficed for this existence.
What did you want, some sort of cuddling? This
That
is
certainly
not what
would
your
have been what I
mother
received.
wants you to be.
Listen, we can talk about the old times however long you want. I have an hour.
Well,
That clock has already started ticking, and you need something from me. So let's get going.
What have you learned?
In general, at all. Please, don't make me laugh.
No. In your time away from us, have you learned anything of any importance?
Perhaps. Perhaps it's a change in scenery which has truly realigned my perhaps morals, perhaps aims and goals, and, well, perspective is a wonderful thing. But anything particularly useful for you, perhaps not.
Have you considered the endless winter we are facing?
Well, that's quite a strange thing, isn't it? People sacrificing, believing that they're doing something. I'll be honest with you, and I guess you deserve some credit for keeping me alive, at the bare minimum. But there does seem to be quite the bit of, say, spectral interaction that I've been encountering. Quite a bit bothersome, if we're being honest.
Ghosts. Surely you don't believe in ghost stories. They exist, but not for you to fear.
Would you laugh if I told you I was possessed by one?
I would expect better of you.
And I would as well.
Have you considered the scope of greater things in play? Beyond what you're doing? Beyond the endless winter?
Perhaps not. What do you have in mind? You ask these pointed questions. You have some knowledge which you're trying to pull from me. Is there something specific you need from me, or is there some conclusion you're trying to make me arrive at? Please spare us both the time and be direct.
No, your mother just simply wants you to spy for our clan during your little adventures. Just report in whatever tidbits you can find that would behoove us.
You know, that is definitely something that I can arrange. Although, it does require some participation on your part. It just so happens that I have a bit of business down in East Haven. See, currently there is a bit of a soup kitchen, offering good and warmth and comfort, but, well, that's coming at a price. A price that needs to be delivered to me. And I need you, personally, to go and grab it. There's a bit of funds that I can hand you a list for. There's some code words, but I'm sure you keep tabs on me, and as long as I keep receiving those payments, I can keep filling you in on what you need to know.
You know how rarely your mother lets me leave the cave. But I
Ah, yes.
suppose she would make an exception in exchange for this favor.
I can certainly be your eyes. I have no problems with that. I wish only to keep my own freedom.
Well, you know what's best for the family is best for all of us in the end.
I do agree. Make no mistake, my goals are not too dissimilar to your own. I am still devoted. I do want what's best for the family. I do want what's best for Mother. But I can't do that. I can't keep on going, living how we were. I can't live out the existence in this cave. I need to grow. I need to be stronger. For Mother.
Make a persuasion check.
17. Oh, sorry, 16.
He nods slightly in agreement. Give me an insight check.
Sure. 14.
You know Danvers well enough. You can see the tremor in his hand. You know that he was wanting you to disagree so he could extract some lessons out of you. He was expecting you. You've
What
surprised
happened
him.
to thy heart?
Well,
Tell me, do you still want to hurt me?
want is a strong word, my dear boy, but need to is a better one.
Is it your own lack of control over your surroundings? Is bending the knee to my mother giving you problems?
It's that I will eventually have to bend my knee to you.
And I cannot wait to see the day.
Well,
But we are agreed then.
yes.
You will deliver me my payments. You will then, in return, be afforded some level of information about our travels and anything which can ultimately be aided our mother.
Fair. Well, it was lovely to talk to you again, Evander. Most welcome. Please. And he will gesture towards the door. And he'll follow you back.
Say, Danvers, is there any tea that I could bring with me on the road?
I'm sure we can come up with something for you. And I'll go talk to one of the members and yeah, they can hand you some tea for the road. Do you want dry tea or
Brewed.
brewed tea?
Dry.
Okay, yeah. They'll hand you some they'll scoop some leaves out, dried leaves out, and they'll put it in a little pouch for you and give you a bundle of that fine sweet shamamamale. Shamamale.
You're gonna say it wrong too many times, and it's gonna become
I know.
not ironic.
Then you'll say M. Night Shyamalan.
That's also true. So,
M. Night Camelon.
hopefully this turns out better than an M. Night Shyamalan movie. I'm just saying.
Twist!
Yeah, there are twists, but hopefully they're good ones for you guys and not like really crappy ones. So.
The only twist will be my blade in this guy's chest. I don't know. I'm not there.
But we
Hey,
have returned.
Hey, Sister Skull Kid, what's up? What a twist, they say.
Hey, sis.
So, and the rest of you, you're most welcome into our home whenever it is possible for you to join.
Thanks. You've got a lovely
Sure.
cave.
Is this all there is to it, or are there more rooms perhaps below, or
Nothing that you can see. Nothing that we can afford for you to see.
So do you mean physically or by the rules?
Bit of both.
Kind
Let's-
of like nudge Anji's boot with mine. Just kind of like,
Just
quiet.
curious if
Let's-
they have more of sort of, something a little more upscale. I don't know. It's just kind of dingy, and everyone's here.
Let's
It's
not
a
ask
cave,
questions
to
that
be
we're
sure.
not
I
ready for
would
the answer
caution
to.
you about critiquing my family.
I said that sort of quietly.
Let's not ask questions that we're not ready for the answer to.
Sure, it's just curiosity.
Cave, good luck with your religious pursuits. Let's go.
The little hourglass runs out.
Oh, see, it's time. It's time to go. Thanks very much. And we're off.
Okay.
Farewell, well, not you, farewell, but farewell. I hope to not see you again, but I will see many of you, I'm sure. I await the day that we can rise together.
I'm glad that Evander
Of
got to
course.
visit his family on Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
And I'm glad that the last thing that you say to him is when we all rise together.
Okay.
But this is fantasy.
So you all make your exit from the cave. And
Yep.
I'm gonna drag you back to Icewind Dale.
Alrighty.
Guys are down here.
Let us go back up the river.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite homey, wasn't it?
I mean, I can't say
Did you
anything
get
against.
what you needed to do done?
Yes, I did.
I can't say anything against cave living. Protects you from the weather. It's not a homey feeling home, but it's practical. And I do like that.
It's private.
Also that. Gray only comments on the fact that it's a cave and says nothing about the people in there.
Yeah, speaking of the people, when we were just sitting in there with him, were they
They were
willing to
just
chat?
They were just
at all?
smiling silently at you all,
I love that,
sipping their tea.
And
It's
I
like
was
when
just
it's
kind of smiling back.
Yeah.
What did you think about meeting my family? Gray's they had a great carpet.
The fire was
Lo-
well built.
Yeah, and I really, really love the stalactites.
I do
Despite
believe
their butchering of the name chamomile, the tea was actually all right, considering.
you should be somewhat honored. If they stared at you too long, apologies, but you're perhaps the only people they've seen outside of my family.
Wow.
This is purely out of curiosity. When you say your family, do you mean anything in sort of a marital or biological or adoptive or found sense, or do you mean sort of they're all family?
An unfortunate mix of all of those options. I know it's not
Sure.
the
That
easiest,
honestly is sort of the answer I expected. All right.
for me,
I-
personally, given my parentage, it is somewhat my family, but it is also more just the environment that I grew up in, given that I'll say the word, it is a cult. We are worshippers in a small commune. There seems to be a lack of diversity in peoples, but with devout followers come devout families.
And that man. What is your relationship to that man? I do not want to say anything unbecoming, but you do not look.
He is not my
Blood
father. He is somewhat of a de facto patriarch. He keeps things somewhat in order back there because, well, he bends the knee to my mother too easily.
And where was your mother?
I
Or is.
suppose on
How
a
about is
different
currently?
plane of existence. Although her movement is not always privy to me.
But she can move about the plains as she wishes.
Less so nowadays. You know, she used to be a
Goodbye, Dave.
quite powerful celestial being. Quite remarkable, actually. But, yes, She has her own goals, she has her own motives, and we act to somewhat facilitate them in what we can do.
I see. Well,
One final question. The members of your family currently, have they been there for a while? Years?
Their
More
whole
than
life.
that? Sure. Do you, is there much recruiting, I suppose, is what I'm asking?
No, it's quite hard to do that. That would require leaving the mountain, which is, of course,
Right.
forbidden. Although sometimes we do happen to gain a follower, or more often lose one, but I try to not ask too many questions about what happens in any of the depths and catacombs beneath the mountain.
How many would you say there are currently in this sort of group?
I'm afraid I can't quite answer that. A mixture of lack of knowledge and lack of wanting to reveal that, if that's okay.
Sure. Just
There are rules for a reason, and perhaps me aiding outsiders with increased information is not beneficial to my overall well-being.
all right. Well, I'm glad it got all shore up rather quickly and painlessly. Honestly, at the end of the day.
We can just now worry about getting towards these other beings trying to contact Kavik.
Yes, speaking of which, Gray, that bearskin you were wearing the other night, could I borrow it for the remainder of the trip to wherever that is? Your jacket is wonderful. I'm still keeping it, but the holes in it are proving to be drafty.
of course you can have it, Miss Anji. I'm sorry that I didn't offer it earlier.
Last session was chess. This session is just like jackets on jackets on jackets. That is my goal. That is what I'm doing.
I can't put my
Um,
arms down.
He will go over and help kind of like affix it to you, so it's got like the bare paws go over like your shoulders.
Hell
And
yeah.
then he like runs like a little thing to kind of tie it on you, because it's going to be really heavy. It's an entire bear pelt, and you are a small woman.
Yes.
So he's gonna fasten it. So while you're riding your axe beak, you'll probably have like a big Superman cape thing going on, but it won't get lost. And
It probably weighs a good 20 pounds.
probably
Fantastic.
yeah, that's just like how I imagine that my winter clothes are. It's just a whole bear pelt. But are we good to navigate back to the split in the river?
Yeah, someone give me a survival check. Yeah,
I'll
anyone can
survive
assist
it up.
too. You want.
I got a 17.
Cool.
Oh. You know what? Go with Evander's.
Okay. Well, Evander, you know this path pretty well since you've traversed down the mountains a couple times, maybe not too far, but you can actually make your way to the river now. Since you've done this once before, you kind of remember, oh, this is just follow the mountain till I hit the river. Follow the river kind of thing, so.
It's kind of fair. Keep the mountain
Yeah.
on your left.
Yeah, so. You get back to the fork.
I reckon it's about time to camp again.
It's probably about 5 at night. You traveled for about 4.5 hours, then you were only there for like an hour, and then maybe it's like 6 at night, so.
So yeah, let's set up our camp.
Yeah, do you if we camp now, do we want to do like, do we have downtime stuff to do, or are we gonna immediately sleep, because then we'll be waking up at like 3 in the morning or something?
Eating in downtime.
It does not
Yeah.
matter because I am not sleeping tonight anyway.
You don't sleep, right?
I don't need the long rest to get back stuff, so I'm awake all night.
I
If
assume
as
with
usual.
your normal
Yeah.
evening routines, eating, talking, tinkering.
So
because I was gonna say, would it be enough time for Kavik to maybe finish my armor before bed?
Oh, definitely. I just need an hour to set up my forge. I can do that while dinner is cooking, and then I can work on it for another hour or two before we go to bed.
And then it'll be done.
Yeah, you should have your various holes and gaps kind of riveted and filled in, and in a way that I'd be able to remove the rivets and replace them with something better should we come across a better quality of metal.
Perfect. Thank you again for working on that, by the way. I think I would like to then reward you with. You've got a little bit of a thing for brain teasers.
And he kind of like tilts his head at you and says, "Brain teasers," like just trying to like mimic your voice a little bit.
Well, I want to see what you think about / can do with this. And he clicks it, and then he lets the immovable rod go in the middle of the air.
His eyes just bug out of his skull, and he starts like moving around, touching it.
Gray will click it, hold it up in the air, click it, and pull himself up in the air.
One arm pull-ups.
Yeah. Hell yeah, he does one arm pull-ups in full armor.
That
You're
is
nuts.
fascinating.
You want it?
Gonna have to catch me.
You're gonna give this to me.
I hit things. I do like it.
And he kind of holds out his hands and receives it. And then he just looks as giddy
You took a pen.
as a schoolboy. Yeah, I picked up my pen. This is incredible.
I am like 50 feet away, like dragging the smallest pile of firewood anyone's ever seen over towards where we're building it and just staring at Gray like.
He likes to stay occupied.
And I kind of
It's like
like
keys
no
for a
look, pat you on
baby.
the shoulder. Thanks. And I kind of wander off to the fire to examine it some more.
Okay.
I'll take the immovable rod out of my inventory.
Okay, and you can add it to yours.
And I'll add it to mine. Thank
Yep.
you.
No one ever say I never did nothing for them in a D&D game. Do you know what that is? That's
Brain teaser.
that's me feeling bad about taking that staff of frost with no repercussions on my character.
Yes, back in old straw days.
And if you can figure out a way to get that box open with that.
Do I need to attune to
I should have
Nope.
asked my
I
family
don't
to
think
do
it
that.
requires attunement.
Nope. You
Anybody
Just-
can just grab it and use it, I
Yeah.
think.
yeah, so
It's
we
like
can we can toss it around.
Yep.
Yeah, what Kaplan said.
Okay.
So
Anyone else doing anything tonight?
Nope.
Nope.
The Vander's just kicking himself for forgetting to leverage the box with his family.
Oh.
I don't know, should I try and pry it open one more time?
Can't hurt. Unless you
Why not?
pop a disc.
Could hurt.
Unless I feel like I need a natural 20, but can I try and pop it open one more time?
Yeah,
It
sure.
just
Can I
is bugging
assist?
me so much.
Yeah,
Can I assist?
give me a strength saving throw. I mean, strength throw. Just a straight strength throw.
An athletics check, you mean?
Is it? I thought it
I
was
don't
just
I
strength.
don't remember.
Strength? Oh, yeah.
There's strength check, but then there's an athletics check, which is with my strength.
Give me 1 second.
I feel like this is more of a strength thing because it's not like you're doing something that is a sport
Yeah.
or an activity. You're just trying to
I-
pry it open.
Yeah, I mean I have to know because my athletics is higher than just my strength because I'm proficient in athletics.
True.
How are you trying
So-
to open it?
Trying to remember what I did. I think
If you're trying to
I-
shot put it, that's athletics.
I think
I was gonna say
cross.
he wedges a pole vault in it or something. Like, yeah.
I think there was a crowbar involved last time.
yeah,
Okay.
I think someone gave me a crowbar, so I would
That was
be like,
you borrowed my crowbar.
can we try it one more time?
How
Can I see
about
it?
if you
Yeah,
break it
sure.
open with the crowbar, you can use athletics because it's your actual attack kind of thing. But if
Okay.
you try to force it open, that's gonna be straight strength because you're trying to pry it open with just your strength.
I'd
that make
like
sense?
to get the crowbar in there, and then since Farewell wanted to help, basically we both are like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and we're just gonna try and pry it.
Okay, so give me a strength check at advantage.
One was a natural 1.
Okay.
One was a
Ah.
one, but with advantage, a 15 plus 5, so 20.
Let's add a little creak, like it's just almost there. And then your strength just too hard.
I hate this box. I'm not gonna blow a gasket over it all night. He sits on it, clearly really upset that he can't open a box. Like, if this was a jar at this point, he would have been that dad that's like, smashes, I got it open.
Kevik, how much do you know about where we're going? In terms of who we will find? Do you think there are those that would be able to open this box for us?
Maybe. I think that I'm forming a suspicion about who or indeed what kidnapped me. I think it had something to do with this. And he holds up, his lantern and opens the iris, and you see this like beam of purple light come out. I think that whatever skull that I found this in, it might be the same type of being. Similar to that brain tentacle thing that we fought in the caves. And so I think that we're dealing with some type of aberration. And I mean, I'm still hearing all the time that stupid emergency message. Did I not tell you about that? All right. So over and over in my head, I'm hearing Nautilus, down, emergency protocol, something, and I tell them the thing that Sarah, told us a couple of times
Do you
ago.
want me to tell you again?
Yes, please.
Okay. Nautilus down. Emergency protocol enabled. Crew safe, but vessel imperiled. Psi crystal needed. Come at once.
See, I think they need this crystal to get their nautiloid up and running again.
What the hell is a nautiloid?
Would I know what a nautiloid is, Sarah? Can I make it an
You can make
history
it
check or
in,
something?
you wouldn't know. You would honestly
wouldn't?
not
Alright.
know.
They said ship in crew safe, but ship in peril.
Right.
Is
So
it like
I'm
the
guessing
name?
that a
It's the name of
nautiloid.
a.
The nautiloid is either the name of or a type of ship.
But I mean, if it's a ship, then it would have to be all the way over west by the coast, right? I mean, it's not going to be a ship in the mountains. Maybe they hit an ice shelf.
And
I
perhaps
start flapping my arms like a bird. If there's a bird around, I'll point at it.
No birds
Do you
around,
think
but you
it's
flop
a-
your arms.
Do you think it's a flying ship, Farewell?
Do you guys have those here?
I mean, I've heard of such things much further south, maybe down in Chult.
You've heard of stuff like
And I know that
dirigibles, but nautiloid kind of confuses you.
because something that's a nautiloid, that's like a sea creature.
Nautical. Well, that's why I was thinking it was the name of a ship, ship on water, call it the Nautilus or Nautiloid.
Nautilus is a great name for a ship.
It
I
is.
think we should keep that in our back pocket.
They said they needed a psi crystal. Is that?
I think that's what this is. This is the crystal that they sent me to go and retrieve, or else Evander might not have had any rest.
So, are the beings that you were talking about, do you think that's the same people as this crew? Or do you think these are two separate groups?
I do. The kind of psychic interference feels very similar to whenever I used to become quite afraid. But honestly, because it's echoing around in my head all the time, it's, I've almost kind of become accustomed to having this psychic interference. It's quite annoying. It's hard to focus on what other people are saying, or even to think of new inventions. So, at the very least, I'd like to get this noise out of my head. At the very most, I'd like to kill these mind thingies that are plaguing me, and possibly we can get whatever kind of ship that they have. It's probably quite valuable or useful.
You want to go to this distress signal, kill them all, and take the ship.
Aye. Is that unreasonable?
If they have some form of an air ship, they are more technologically powerful than we are. Perhaps more knowledgeable as a whole. I believe entities as such could work better to our benefit if they were to be manipulated or were to, in some degree, reveal more information for us.
Do you think we should pay them instead?
Or that they would pay us for the crystal. I mean, it's all about intention, right? Say we slaughter the whole crew, whoop-de-doo. Now we've got one person who can maybe figure out how to run it and 4 other people. What if you can't run the ship with just us? Now you've got a pile of dead bodies and a useless thing of whatever it's made of.
The only thing we gain is perhaps some of their resources which would be accessible to us had we perhaps in the future manipulated them or garnered their trust to some degree.
We could
I
say
w-
killing all of them as a last resort and find a different plan A.
I want more information.
Sure.
I think that's something that everyone can agree on.
I think that I have been behaving irrationally about this, which is not scientific. I see the merits in your ideas, and I am willing to put aside my hatred for a more rational and reasonable approach. If it means that they will not harm me anymore, I am willing to deal with these creatures.
Okay. Scientific method. Hypothesize. Test. Observe.
Evaluate
Yeah, I knew that one
and
was in there
come
somewhere.
come to a new conclusion or accept the new reality.
It's been a while since Dylan's been in the Science and Math Investigative Learning Experience Club, or SMILE Club.
Smile.
That's what it was called in middle school! The Science and Math Investigative Learning Experience, or SMILE Club.
Mine was called Cognetics.
That sounds cooler.
Ours was,
It was-
called science class. What the hell are y'all talking
No,
about?
this was a club.
This was a
wasn't
club
a
I
class.
joined. It was like a problem-solving club. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, mine was like engineering.
Mine wasn't engineering. We just had to have a problem and solve it, and then present it for 7 minutes in front of an audience.
That's
It
cool.
was really nerdy people.
So we're gonna
That
apply that
sounds
directly to the
dope.
face of a bunch of mind flayers.
Yeah.
Yes.
PowerPoint presentation.
God, Kaylee.
Why we are letting you live. Slide 1. You are all a much higher CR than we can deal with. Slide 2. We want your help. Okay.
Danger help.
Something what?
All right. Let's go to bed. I'll take the first watch.
I could grab the second. As a side note as well, Evander has spawned his 3 animals, but not as useful today. It is a weasel and 2 giant rats.
I was gonna say, is it all giant rats?
I love weasels. This is Jim speaking. I love weasels. I love mustelids. They're some of my favorite animals.
I want ferrets so bad.
Yeah, so during the night, Kavik would become enamored of this little weasel and he'd play with it.
Okay. Anyone else gonna roll perception for us besides Farewell?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm up all night and I rolled a 16
Okay.
perception.
that's a 15 for me.
Oh, we have to do
I don't know
4,
if I'm
right?
backwards or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the last one of the night. So, other people first.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, I think that means 23.
Okay.
Hell yeah. His perception. He's not missing anything today.
What
It's
was-
like 21, 21, 23.
What was Kavik's?
15.
15.
Uh-uh.
Just wondering.
Here comes the abominable snowman.
On
Oh, man.
Evander's watch, he's looking out for anyone from his family who might have followed. Specifically, even further, anyone younger.
Give me. Yeah, no, you don't see anything.
Sorry.
Oh, don't forget your gnat. Right. But yeah, yeah, nothing in particular. Evander. But let me just make sure.
At the very, very end of the game, you're gonna be like, I would like to
Can I win
summon
D&D
my
real quick?
I would like to try to summon my mother, and I'm gonna use the nat 20.
Oh, dear.
Oh god.
Can I just
Divine
kill everyone in the
intervention.
party real quick?
Asking for a
I'm
friend.
tired of Frostwind, so can I just...
Nate's like, I want to go to Barovia, and I'm gonna use the nat 20.
Can we do a more tropical setting?
Oh because Chult is such a
Salt
great
is
place.
so much better.
Mom and there to teleport us to Tult. Thank you.
Maybe we could just, next campaign, let's all just go to like Waterdeep or something.
Yeah, hey, what's the D&D equivalent of Margaritaville? That's kind of what I'm feeling for next time.
Like probably like the Moonshay Isles if you're okay with pirates.
Pirates.
What if we are the pirates?
Wasting
Now that's an
away
idea.
again on the Moonshay Isle.
Honestly, it's not all that is cracked up to being a pirate.
I
On
heard
the
that
Moonshay Isles.
I heard that this dwarf
It's like a
king
sandals resort.
I heard that this dwarf king in Chult just made this like really cool like spa resort with his friends.
That
we
is
can all go
true.
stay. We can all go stay there. That's Margaritaville,
That is a one-shot idea that we are going to have to follow up on.
Where we
I
all go visit-
swear.
where you had didn't I say that you got Argenvoss to help build it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, thank you.
We could use some salt marsh rules for the islands and ships and whatnot.
Yeah, well, we can reuse the Castle Ravenloft map because we used the castle and just turned it into a
A
spa.
boat.
Crossover event where we meet new characters.
So
Yeah,
does anyone want to
back
do
in this
anything
world.
in particular tonight?
Did Anji want to take another look at that last rod or not?
Oh, sure. I'll take one more crack at it.
Can you use a spell or is it just looking at it?
It is just looking at it.
Alright.
How long are you looking at it and concentrating on it for, Anju?
Pretty hard since I rolled a 21.
Okay, so would you consider yourself attuning to this item then?
I got 2 magic
You know,
items in that
if
shop.
it starts to kind of reach out to me, then I
Yes.
suppose it just requires that much investigation.
Buy random things in shops. You get 2 magic items.
You.
I mean, if you need help, I have Identify.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, you do.
That's true.
I keep going to Anji. I'm so sorry. I went to you already today.
Listen.
Okay, so Anji, you attune to this item. You feel it like kind of reach up to you magically, and you accept this magic item's grasp. So now you know all the properties of it, I believe. So this is a rod. It has like, now that you study it more, it looks regal, like I said, regal. It has a crown on
Good.
top of it, with a little emerald gem.
Gorgeous.
And you can use an action to present the rod and command obedience from each creature of your choice that you can see within 120 feet of you. Each target must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, be charmed by you for 8 hours.
I bought the best items in the damn game from a pawn shop.
Well,
How much did I pay for these?
Like,
Oh, my
like
lord.
5 gold. It
I paid
wasn't-
like 5 gold for this.
Yep. Well, charmed in this way,
Dave
the
is
creature
gone.
regards
Dave
you
is
as a
just
trusted
gone.
leader. If harmed by you or your companions or commanded to do something contrary to its nature, a creature ceases to be charmed in this way.
Every creature in 120 feet,
Yes.
you can
this,
charm.
like limited number of charges, or
Just
is
once
this...
per day. I
I spent 5 gold and got the best item in the
You have the
flippin'
rod.
game.
You have the rod of rulership.
Oh my lord.
In your possession. You can
Alright,
add that to your possession.
For about an hour now, I have been sitting here, probably with Gray over my shoulder, just being, yes, give me one more second. The carvings on this are quite complicated, but I think I'm seeing them better tonight. And as the time goes on, how much did you pay for this?
I got like all 3 rods for like 15 gold, so like about 5 gold.
No,
Wow,
less than
wow,
that. I think you
interesting.
paid 5 gold for all the rods.
I got
total.
all 3 rods for like 5 gold, so like 3.5 silver, 3 silver and 5 copper about for it.
Right.
2, yeah, like a couple silver.
I thought
This
it was
is
1 gold,
very
0.33.
difficult.
That's okay.
Is it?
Anji is having a legitimate moment of crisis here.
Is it magical?
I'll wander over. Something's
Very-
going on over here.
Very much so. It is definitely magical. So much so, in fact, I am honestly having, a conflict of conscience over this. You cannot believe for how long I have been sitting here as I've become more accustomed to what this is, that I have considered blatantly lying to your face and handing you 5 freaking gold pieces and just saying, I'll just take it, it's garbage. It's not garbage. This is what it does. And I just go ahead and explain what this thing is capable of.
I think I just got a new idea for maybe when we meet that ship's crew.
I as well.
4-4.
4-4.
4. 4
8.
plus 4, 8. Yeah. You're losing me on this one, Farewell. I'm normally better at this. For 8 hours. Right, for 8 hours.
For 8 hours. Yes.
Yeah. 8 hours.
Which is
We
more
could-
than enough time.
They could, I mean, if we wait for them to get the ship going, but then do they know afterwards?
Yes, and also if it fails, do they know? And
Yes.
was there like a negative immediate reaction?
Sorry.
I'm reading. Yeah, so it actually just says they treat you as a trusted leader, which is different than regular charming. Like they're like, you're in charge. Right. But it actually doesn't say in the description that after it wears off that they know that they were charmed. It does not say that in the item.
It just ceases to be charmed by you.
Yeah,
way.
so actually, the game just changed.
Yes, Gray, I'm asking a lot of you. I've sat here with this thing for quite some time and feel a slight connection to it. Oh, well, then I'm speechless. All right. I will do that, and yes, the game did just change. All right. Okay.
Sometimes I get lucky in my picking.
No shit. Thank you.
So I've got the last of the... so I had 3 rods for 5 gold. Gave him an immovable rod. Gave you the rod of rulership. And you know what? Oh, TL. And I take the last rod and I go, fetch. And I'll just play fetch with the one that I want to keep.
Cool.
This was on your watch, correct?
Yeah, probably.
Well,
or maybe before we all went down for watches. I don't know.
Before you all went down for watches, because we didn't.
Yeah, well, you know, I want you to be in on this. Get in on this, bud.
Oh, Evander it's beneficial for him to just know this rod's existence. He's not necessarily gonna butt in, but it's Nice that he
It's-
knows that this rod exists.
And it's creatures, it's not humanoids. So like if we get attacked by anything,
Anything.
That's pretty grand.
I'm so
Kavik-
happy that I
Kavik,
just buy random things.
looks up from examining his immovable rod to, be excited about that for a few moments, and then goes back to, his mime act.
Mm-hmm. So when we find a super cool magic suit of armor or a super cool magic sword,
He brings up
Players.
to his lips. Yeah.
remember this moment.
Fair
And don't
enough.
take a couple
Or-
levels in Barbarian. Just don't.
or-
it
Or
won't work out.
I'm gonna be honest. If the robe of eyes shows up again, because that's Dylan's favorite magic item, and I didn't get to get it last campaign. If the robe of eyes shows up again, I would like to have it. I just want that stated on recording.
Okay.
Okay.
On the record.
It's on the record. Okay.
All right. So, Kavik, it is your watch.
Mhm.
Nothing happens unless you want to.
No, just fiddling with this new magic item.
Okay.
Just turning it off and on, and seeing, kind of its limits. If I can do like a little mini salmon ladder with it.
I can't hear you, Nate.
Oh no, I was talking to myself.
Oh, okay. Good. I couldn't hear what you said. Anyway. I don't know what a salmon ladder is. Is that bad?
Salmon ladder is a exercise where you.
And that's why I don't know
have
what it is.
kind
It
of
sounded like a
like-
sushi roll. I
like-
thought it was more exciting.
Like two upright posts that kind of have like lightning bolt saw edges to them, and you have a bar, and you kind of do a kick up and move the
Oh.
bar up to the next ledge.
Okay, I think I saw that on Ninja Warrior.
It is a
that would
it is
be,
a Ninja Warrior one.
That
Yep.
sounds like a personal hell of mine. All right, well, we'll go through that.
Great for the core.
I believe
Oh, that
Rail
sounds
did this
terrible.
last time too.
I think Rail did do this.
I do believe. Yeah.
He did.
On our
He's
way
back.
to the castle of Strahd, as we were walking up, that happened.
That's true. That's true.
I just wanted to see if anyone would notice.
Jim and his immovable rods.
Anything you want to do else you want to do, Kavik?
No, I don't want to take up too much to the time.
No, you're not taking up any time. If you wanted to do something,
I
that's
can't
your
think of
prerogative.
anything, no.
Okay, Evander, your weasel and 2 giant rats are with you.
Yeah, just keeping an eye out. Nothing special.
Okay, farewell. Nothing particular happens on your watch if you'd want to be doing anything.
No, I'm just keeping my watch.
Okay, and Gray, your watch goes by pretty uneventfully too. Very uneventfully. So as the sun starts to rise in the sky, let's see. You guys would know that it would take about 11 hours to get there. 11 miles away. So-
I'm fine with just getting on the road, going as far as we can.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Not particular hurry, so I think
Oops.
just moving at a regular pace will be adequate.
After today, we'll have 6 days of rations for the people that eat on the sled.
Low rolls again, so weather's good, actually. Still?
We are getting so.
Yes, you are. I usually roll pretty high, but why can't I grab this thing now?
See, I can play a nice game. Well, here, have it.
So you said we have maybe about a week's worth of food per person.
From the food
do-
that bought. Yeah, there's 6 days worth, and then you'd have to start going into your rations, your personal rations.
stuff. Yeah. Do we need to do some hunting or?
Not yet. Not if you don't want to.
Not yet.
Okay.
It took us, let's see, I mean, if we can get this sorted out, from this river to Bryn Shander, we know we just have to camp once.
I would do a bit of some target practice as we go with my new crossbow.
Okay. What are you shooting at? It's a bunch of snow and some trees.
The trees.
Okay.
You know, just
give me a dexterity check. Or give me an attack with your crossbow.
Okay.
As you're riding by on Axebeak. Yeah, you hit a couple of the trees. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
One
just,
of them says "ow." No, I'm kidding.
The trees say "ow."
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Or
It's
am
like
I?
we need to stop everything.
Wait,
Full
stop! Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out.
So you want to travel for 8 hours today? Because that would get you about here-ish, I think.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Is it fine with everybody else? I think
draw
I'd
you
rather
a little
not
closer.
experience. Yeah.
Like there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather not experience a possible combat situation without another night's rest.
Has that thing in your head been getting louder or anything?
Yeah, it's about 3 hours away.
Is the emergency signal constant, or is it louder the closer we get?
It's the same as it's been, just on repeat. Not any
It just
louder.
keeps repeating. Not a light down.
It sounds just like that.
Yeah.
Elk, rat, and badger this time.
Okay.
Same sort of procedure as before.
Okay. Everybody give me your rolls.
I always like to take a watch.
Gray, Gray, which watch do you want to take?
I guess first I rolled low for once.
Okay.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
A 9.
Okay.
I'll be up all watches, and I got a 16.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do have the dogs at least. Their passive perception I think is higher than 9.
Okay. All right,
I think I'd
Evander.
like to
Your
stand the
passive
watch
has to
with.
be higher than 9.
I got a.
I think I'd like to stand a watch with Gray.
Okay, you can roll advantage, or you can roll your own watch.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
Then I will be taking a watch. I will roll for that.
Okay. Anji, you can roll. And what did you get, Evander?
16 as well.
16 as well. And Anji?
15 for me.
15. Nice. Alright, let's see. Alright, so as you make your, that's not what I want. What do I want by that? Let's see. Gotta make a roll. Okay. On whose watch? Sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. So, Kavik and Gray's watch. Kavik, you can see someone coming off in the distance. Some things. Big things coming off up in the distance. Gray, you're sort of surprised until Kavik points it out to you.
Okay, because I didn't know if that was mechanical surprise.
No.
Okay. I cannot be mechanically surprised.
Oh no, it's not a mechanic. You're just not paying attention, and then
Playing
Kavik
with
kind
the
of
dogs.
nudges you, I guess. But yeah. So you're watching as you see down kind of closer to the river, through the trees maybe a little. 4 Goliath warriors that stride through the snow in single file that are spaced about 10 feet apart.
Kind of point them out and say, might be best if we steer clear of those gents.
Yeah. I look over. I
Why-
see that Farewell notices them too.
Yeah, I'm not reacting in alarm or anything. I'm just watching.
You see them stop. Like,
I
they
wanna-
seem to notice your campfire.
Okay. I want to call the dogs to come
Okay,
to me.
dogs are near you. You hear a voice, Oi! Friend or foe?
I think we prefer friend.
Friends here.
We've got nothing against you.
Oh, good. And they start striding over to you, 4 of them.
Hold on.
What?
Same question. Are you friend or foe to us?
Oh, friend. We're definitely friendly. We're from the. My name is Samus. We're from the. I'm gonna butcher this. Akanthi clan.
Welcome. You're welcome to our fire. Would you care for maybe some food?
A bite to eat, of course.
I hope it's your food you're offering.
It's my food.
All right.
I'll give each of them some of my personal rations.
Okay. They'll split 2 days of rations among them. They're trying to be polite, but they want to eat a lot, so they're just kind of snacking by the fire, chilling with you. They probably would have woken you all up by now with their loud, jovial attitude. So, so, what do you do around here for fun?
Mostly sleep, if I can.
Now, Vander, don't be so snippy.
What
We have fun.
about?
We exchange, play cards. What about you?
Play I Spy.
We like?
Yes, I find it favorite.
Sometimes we play at dice.
Or a rousing game of Never Have I Ever.
What about tug of war? You know.
Hey, we can play tug of war.
If you'd like to, I'll referee.
Yeah, there's 4 of them.
Yes.
Hey, Gray, I think I can handle this. And I wink at him.
I think you will find that our friend here is quite strong. He could perhaps take, well, all of you on himself, I believe.
And I,
Him?
flex my muscles a little bit.
Don't you agree that would be quite the impressive feat, my friends?
I
We
bet.
can make it more fun. Even.
I bet. Let's make a wee wager.
Yes, that's
I
exactly
think
what I was
that
getting at.
you 4 wouldn't even be able to budge me. If all of you 4 together try to pull against me and can't move me, then I win.
What do we get?
See.
You wouldn't be interested in gold, would you?
Maybe. How much? Got anything
I
good
might
on you?
sell-
But
What do you have to trade
let's-
if we
yeah,
win?
let's try to find something equitable.
Let's see what
that
they
we
What
both
have.
would
do you
like.
treasure? What tickles your fancy?
Shiny stuff.
Give us your first.
Oh, then I have just the thing. I rip off one of those like big gems from around my neck. Your
those are-
tourmaline.
Oh, the tour. Okay.
And I say,
It's not tourmaline. Okay.
and I'll say, if you have anything like this, and I hold up my piece of Chardolin, not the pendant, but my own personal
Shard of
Chardolin.
Chardolin.
I'll take as much of this as you have.
Well, we have a book.
Of which the contents are?
We can't read good.
All right.
Do you mind
Here.
if I take a peek at that book to see if it's something that I would want?
Right, you can hold it up for us, 5 feet away or so.
It's your book. I won't even touch it. I'll just take
Well-
a look through it while you hold it.
I mean, I looked at it and it made me feel better. But I don't know
Interesting.
how to really read it so good.
Is this like that book that also Jim had last campaign that he didn't get time to read?
Yeah. Not sure. What what do you have? Do you have anything besides this book?
No. Book. Let me see what else they would have. Let's see.
Book for Rock?
Book for rock.
Look for gemstone, yes, absolutely. I think that
For a good old tug of war?
Okay. For tug of war. Okay. And they kind of all
Do you have any rope?
Yes, they do have a rope, and they will lay that out, and they will give you one end, and they will stand on the other side.
I start dragging my foot through the snow to make like the line or whatever that
Sure.
you see. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
And I'll squat right next to it. All right, ref is ready.
And I'll take my my rod and holding it kind of underneath my arm.
I'll point at Kavik and then point at myself and. Hmm?
That's all right, Farewell. I've got this, and I'll kind of wrap the rope around my arm.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Let's see what my sleight of
In
hand
the
is.
meantime, I'm gonna be like, oh, and
plus
Gray,
two.
why don't you pull out that fun little sand timer of yours? We'll say if they can bunch him by the time that runs out.
Okay.
That's an
While
Hey,
Kavik's
hour.
doing that,
An
can
hour.
I give him
17 plus 2
advantage?
for 19.
19. You don't need
Oh.
advantage, but thank you.
that all
Won
lined
that.
up on.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I
So,
wanted
yeah,
to
okay.
try and sneak
I'm
that in.
holding like the end of it in my palm.
You could have. I would have let you, but it worked out. They're between them getting distracted by the gem and like his roll, Kavik's roll, they did not notice, so they rolled at disadvantage for perception anyway. So and
So yeah,
so
I get ready to click it, and I wait for the word.
What
to
now?
start.
Let's go through because everyone talked at the same time. Hold
Yeah.
on. So what did
Okay.
you say, Nate, you wanted to do?
Nothing really. Like it would just be flavor-wise. I'm using prestidigitation to like kind of cause like a swirl and a flurry around Kavik, as if he's
Okay.
very powerful.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I mean, I have an hourglass for an hour, but I could probably measure using the sand less time than that.
okay.
How long do we want it to go
Sure.
for? 10 minutes?
Let's say yes, 10 minutes sounds
That's
good.
still
I'll
a
mark
very
the time
long
to start.
time.
That is
I
a
would
very
say
long
even
It's
2.5 to 5
very
minutes.
expensive piece of
Fine.
tourmaline.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay. All right. So he will what I'll try to do is I'll like mark I'll use like a little bit of string to mark off sections on the hourglass so that we can figure out when the sand gets to here. Been about 5 minutes.
Later on, if you'd like, I could use my diamond stylus, and I could mark on the glass permanently.
Yeah,
for
that'd
you,
be
so you could know the times.
okay. That works.
Alright.
All right, 5 minutes
Alright.
good with you fellas? I look at the people.
Goliath.
Goliath.
Goliaths.
Ha! We get him in 2 minutes. Tops.
We'll see.
All right. If you do, I'll throw in another piece. I've got plenty. Everyone ready?
Oof.
3, 2, 1, go.
Click.
Okay. And they try the entire time to move you. And they all fall over from the effort.
And I,
All at
as soon as they fall over, I unclick and pull the rope across.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, like I'm squatting down at the line, like, oh, it's getting close. They're almost there.
And the
One more
little,
push.
flag or whatever on the middle of the rope
Yep. Goes to your side.
goes over.
And that's it.
And they
And I
look,
put it back in my jacket.
they look quite
That was-
flabbergasted.
That's quite the work out there, lads.
Well done, everyone. What a spirited competition.
Hey, you chaps have been really grand.
Hey, yes, we have.
Please,
Here's book.
Please,
Yes, we have.
thanks for the book. Please feel free to share our fire, and in fact, make an offer of friendship to you and to your clan. If we need some help, we'll call upon you, and feel free to do
I'm
the
gonna butcher
reverse
this.
if you need anything from us.
We are from the Thunlaka clan from Doom Crag. Thunlaka clan.
Can you
Thunlaga
put it
I will
in
put
the
that.
chat?
I will put
The
that in.
Thunlaga.
I'm sorry, I know you're not good with reading. Could you write that for me?
Oh yes, Laka.
I did not think that they can do that. Thunlaga.
Yes, that took a second.
Thunlaga.
From Wormwood,
It's
Wormwood
Bapanada.
Crag. You come there, we treat you like family.
it's really
You wouldn't
wonderful.
happen to have any side quests for us, would you?
Yeah.
What? Actually, I am curious. What are you all doing this far down the mountains then?
Hey,
Oh, let's see. They have a One of our friends got separated from us in
There
Blizzard
it
while
is.
we were hunting. We go find him though tomorrow. No sweat, he's fine.
well, I tell you what.
He's fine?
You chaps might not be bad in a fight. Am I right?
Maybe. Depends on who we fight.
Depends on what.
Yes? Was that a question?
It was.
Depends.
Do you
say
enjoy the act of fighting?
Oh yes, we fight all the time.
Well,
We could provide you with an opportunity then.
Yeah, I think me and my friends might have a potential fight. Not a guaranteed fight, but if you could come along with us, we'd be willing to pay you a small fee of some shiny golds. If you'd be willing to fight for us if we need it.
Make a persuasion check.
All right.
I'm down with hiring people to help us fight. We never
Sure.
got to do that. We never got to do that before.
I do have a -1 to persuasion, so here we go. Like you always say, he sounds so reasonable.
He really does sound reasonable, but
I
maybe
think
it's
because
just
I sound reasonable.
maybe it's maybe it's just that Kavik always sounds like he wants something else.
That is a 14.
See, we need friend. We go get friend. We come back and see you.
Do you know where your friend is?
Meh.
How far away
Because-
do you think you got? Yeah.
Because if you do not know, there's a wonderful potential that your friend is directly where we are headed.
Blizzard makes it hard to tell.
I mean, we're
But you have an idea of where your friend is.
North.
Well, we're headed south.
Mm.
If we find your friend, we'll definitely point him in the right direction where you are. In the morning, if you like, you can still try and come with us. But if you decide different, it was nice to have you at our fire.
Thank you.
Would you be able to point on our map where your clan is?
Yes, I would.
Just in case
Give me
we
a second.
Do they know what maps are?
Yeah,
I
they've seen
mean
books and maps
they're a little
before.
dense, but I'm sure that they
can they scratch it out in the snow with some rocks and stuff?
I mean, because they probably know the river and the road.
Oh, they're
so
really
maybe...
far away. I rolled horribly. They're from over here, guys.
Oh, okay.
From where?
They're over.
Oh my!
I don't know why my map keeps jumping. Yeah.
That is real far.
Going out for a
fam.
jog.
So they've been around the.
That's like a month's travel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me just give us a little.
So.
Jeez.
Yeah.
My keyboard is being weird.
That's like 20 days travel if
Wow.
I'm eyeballing that right.
Maybe
We
they have
okay.
a means of
We Goliath.
traveling. Yeah.
Man, being a Goliath must be pretty wonderful.
It is.
There we go. We getting this map marked up, y'all.
Yep.
Well, feel free to spend the night, and good luck on your search.
Thank you, new friend.
You can call me Kavak.
Thank you, Kavak. And they will stay by your fire all night. So. That was during Kavak and Gray's watch. Things settle down.
I mean, Kavak is too curious to leave this lying, and so he's probably gonna spend a minute to cast Identify.
Okay.
So we'll figure out what this book is.
You see some like drawings inside that look like exercises. And words that are charged with drawings and words that are charged with magic. This is a manual of gainful experience. Exercise, sorry. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your strength score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that score. The manual then loses its magic but regains it in a century. Exercise, not experience, sorry. For strength. I misspoke.
So unpack that for me shorter, because I kind of lost you there.
If you spend 48 hours with it, studying it in 6 days or less, you get a +2 to your strength score.
I like that.
Okay. Are you gonna tell anyone? That's what the book is before they all
if
go
they
to
ask
sleep?
me about it.
Okay.
But if not, I'll just keep it to myself.
Okay. Is anyone gonna ask about the book?
I mean, if you were looking at it at the end of our watch, is it useful? Magic?
It
Spellbook?
seems to be some sort of regimen for calisthenics, similar to the kind of exercise that we did when we joined the legions. But it seems to be much more intense. Would you like to learn some with me?
Learn with you?
Aye.
We're going back to boot camp?
Aye, we could make each other a little bit stronger, a little bit better.
It's hard for two people to read one book at the same time. How fast do you read?
Is that even a question?
I don't read very fast. I have to think out the sentences in my head.
That's all right. I can read aloud, and we can learn it together. And
It would not have the same effect.
It would not have the same effect. Well, I think
one person can use it.
Yeah, one person can
I can read it, and we'll see if it works for me. And if it works well for me, perhaps I can loan it to you and see how you do it.
It would only last. It only happens once every 100 years.
So does that mean that the
one of
Goliaths already used it?
One person every 100 years gains the benefit of the +2 strength.
Mm-hmm.
They said that they couldn't read it.
Right.
Oh.
So it's...
They said it made them feel better. So
yeah. He said he started to read it and it made him feel better, but he didn't
He doesn't know the words, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's you or someone else.
Right. Is this something that you really want, Ink?
I mean, strength is my main stat.
Strength is also something that Kavik is interested in more lately.
Gray is a really nice, giving person.
He has given a lot.
The thing about this is that
given a lot today.
Is that Gray could get over 20 with this potentially in his stats. You could not get over 20 probably unless you kept increasing strength every time you got 4 levels. So that's just something to consider.
Do I have to be at 20 and then read this to get over
No.
20? Okay, so it's just then. So like if I use this to get to like 18, I could then still at later ability score improvements get to 22.
I'd allow it because I think it's more like a modifier than like you leveling up. I would allow that. If that seems fair to everyone else, I would allow that. Does it sound fair to everyone to have it be able? He can read it now and then use it later.
Yeah, as long as some other thing like a another skill that you get that specifically says cannot get you over 20 still cannot get him over 20.
Yeah, because
this would be your get over 20 skill.
I'm at 16 now, so this would get me to 18, and then literally the next time we level up, I could get to 20. So I could go from 16 strength to 20 strength, and that just means everything I do is better.
Yeah, I would. Then I would want to keep it, but I think I'm going to give it to Gray.
Okay.
Since you won it using the rod that I gave you.
That seems more than fair.
True story.
I did not think at this point in my life that I'd be going back to boot camp. Well, I'll have to wait until we're in a town or something. Don't really want to try and read on the move. Or maybe. Actually, I am on a sled.
Yeah, you might have to get it done in a week.
Yeah.
Great.
I have to read 8 hours a day for 6 days.
Yeah, I'm going to be lenient with this downtime, so. It is possible.
So the 6-day timer starts when I start reading.
Yes. So you can
so
decide
I'm not gonna start right now.
Right.
Because it's bedtime.
True story. So, Gray Kavik, that's the end of your watch. Okay, Anji. Do you want to do anything in your watch in particular?
Well, not too in particular. I guess I will probably attempt to do some sort of agility exercises while I'm out here by myself, but it gets quite cold and my feet get a little damp, so I think I'm going to sit back down.
Okay, fair enough. And then Evander. Comes your lunch.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. So, as
Just eyeing these people critically in case.
yeah, they're just snoring very, very, very loudly. So, in case guys wanted anything else to do, but otherwise the night's gonna pass by pretty much more uneventfully, even though you had some event. So yeah, we will awaken the next morning, and do you know what? That's a good time to stop our game for the night. So thank you all for popping in there and watching with us. Please watch our other shows. We got something that was very sweet. Jim. Please, we have shows every night, running pretty much every night. So if you get those quarantine blues, hop on over to Probo and we got something for you. So, all right. So, yeah.
Quarantine blue.
Yeah, pretty much. Next time you're facing some Goliaths in your face. Actually, do you know what? We're gonna go back to Danvers. Next time you're watching, like your nemesis, just keep an eye on him. Know what he's doing. And don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. Alright, have a good night, guys.
Natural 20. Wait.
Oh wait,
Sarah,
natural
the natural
20.
20.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Stop everything.
Wait.
Don't go away.
Don't go away. We
Time
award
out.
we
Time
award
out,
a natural
Coach.
20 to people at this time of our night for excellent role playing. So unfortunately Nate did not use his for the night. Sorry for that, Nate. But we would like to award someone for their excellent role playing. So
Gray,
players.
100% gray for being Santa Claus.
The most generous, Santa Claus!
Santa Claus. We'll
I'm-
do
You
it.
better watch out. You better
I'm
not
Narnia
try.
Santa
Gray is
Claus.
coming to town.
I do want to say
Oops, I
that
moved Evander,
Evander's
not-
move of counter offering the offer, to you need to spy for us, but I will spy for you only if you pick up my stuff for me. I think that was great.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
like most people, they meet their like backstory stuff, and they're like, and Vander's like, so I'm in charge.
Yeah, no, it was
Nice.
great. Just want to point that out. Great
Alright,
moment.
so Gray
Havoc's
But yes.
idea with this tug of war was also great.
Yep, we had a lot of
Mhm.
great roleplay moments today, so thank you very
I
much for
also
staying with
vote
us.
Gray for being our snow Santa.
Yes, Gray, Snow Santa. Even though it's Easter, Snow Santa's here. So, alright, have a good night, everyone.
Good night.